No.
Anybody not know what we're doing?
So one thing I discovered we need to clarify a little bit. When people get marked for echolocation, when you get the little debuff that you have to run out with, say it picks 3 people. So the people with markers on their heads all get picked for the debuffs. When that happens, we're all going to run out and drop our puddles, but you want to make sure that you don't hug the other people that have these marks. If all 3 of us stand on top of each other, someone's going to die. If 2 people stand on top of each other, each person gets hit twice. So you can go stack your puddles on top of another puddle, but stay away from the other people, like spread out. Don't chase each other, or you'll get hit twice or 3 times.
Don't put your circle over another person. Circles can cross, but not over multiple people.
Yeah. So the puddles, you can drop your puddle on another puddle, but don't stack on someone else, because the gargoyle that comes down hits you and an area around you. And if you're standing on someone else, you both get hit twice. If you're standing on 2 people, all 3 of you get hit 3 times, and that killed a couple people last time.
Yeah, like me.
Yep. Fair got gangbanged. The other 2 survived barely, but
We were just trying
It
to
little
was
known.
unfair.
Yeah,
Are
to be
we,
fair, I'm pretty squishy anyway.
Skinny flasks?
Yep. Let's get cookies and cauldron, and I've got some food.
Playing hide the gnome here with the cauldron.
Drop it on my head.
It sounds kinky.
So everybody is aware. If Meds dies at any point after Guardian Spirit ends, he'll be rezzed on his own, so you don't need to worry about battle rezzing him unless that ability is on cooldown. He's got that fun Lego on for now.
I don't need a second pot or flask. I have my own with me for second run if we're out.
Let's get everybody use your first flask, and then take whatever's left. Okay, a couple people need food buffs.
What?
No reason not to have a food buff when we got a feast up.
Unemployed, food, flask. Looks like you're the only one missing it.
Who, unemployed?
Yeah.
I think they just went off the line.
Ah. Yep. That'll do it.
Don't think they could hear anybody in Discord for some reason.
I think he's trying to fix his Discord right now.
Do we have enough Shadow Priest?
No. We need one more to make a full group.
Yeah, I'll switch over in like 2 bosses. I'll have all the Shadow Priests.
Wait, Docs, what are you on?
My Paladin.
Didn't you see Invisible?
No, because it didn't say dogs on it, so.
It's because it's an invisible dog.
He's hiding in the corner. He was bad.
Lynn, I like your transmog. Looks very pretty.
I do. It works.
What?
I do also. It works.
You do, so it works?
I also agree it looks good, even though the belt's a little off, but I think he just hasn't transmogged that.
And I like yours too. Although I think you need a better staff. Little plague doctor you.
Pat's is the best.
Hey! What about me?
Pretty sure I have the best right now.
I know it's green. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
He can't hear.
There is not a lot of yellow stuff in this game. Paladins get a little bit more.
Just give him a minute.
And Shadow
Any
Priest,
better?
I can't tell.
Also, it's not unemployed.
Yay!
It's unemployed.
Nice.
Wait, so what do we do in this boss? I'm just kidding.
Staying alive.
Unemployed, do you still need food in a flask?
Make sure you soak the puddles.
Okay. I got this.
Tight stack.
You can't tell, but there's an apostrophe at the end of the D, the first one, and the S between there. So it's unemployed's D. That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stack on... Who do I trust? Kragar.
You trust Gregor.
Yeah.
Stack on me, especially for the drop.
Yeah, I'll stack on you.
Most of us already ate from a feast while you were.
I gave him
Restarting
personal
that.
food and flask. He's good.
Alright, use the purple to line of sight for the first part.
You're on pull, right?
Dodge all the things, yes. Let everybody get to that corner first. And go.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.
Time to hide.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
Line of sight. And then we're all going to move to a pillar after the shriek.
3, 2.
Get to a pillar and stay line of sight of the boss.
Beware.
And don't move if you don't have to.
sucks. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep them here.
3, 2, 1.
Try to keep the puddles off to the side as best you can so they're not near the pillars, because we'll probably have one more intermission. Maybe
2,
Launch.
1.
My game's completely closed. Hopefully we're not dead yet.
Yeah, but you're about to.
2, 1. Three, two, one.
I'm just gonna restart the whole thing when this is done. Whoa, I'm alive.
3, 2.
It's a great time to begin. One more intermission.
Beware.
Does he take any damage during this, like, from rain?
Give me.
Yeah, well,
Chamber is ours.
I didn't die.
Woo! Yay!
Wow, we didn't even get
Considering
it.
it's my first time in this
Too bad.
raid, I did pretty okay.
Not too bad, considering I completely locked up in the middle of it.
To have any chance against Nathrius, we
Good
must
job
provide
keeping
him
Clock
his
alive.
prized possessions.
Oh no, I died.
We must take
Oh.
to them.
He almost survived.
Managed to keep you alive when you had aggro, though.
And yeah, I was inevitably gonna die. I don't have active mitigation without my healing.
I'm gonna restart
No, I mean-
quickly if you want to kill some trash.
He came back shortly after you died.
I came back just in time to eat,
No one wants my legs?
and I was still tanking.
If you don't need them, I can disenchant them for you.
They're a 6-item level upgrade, but my current ones have haste verse. I think I want haste verse.
I think he was offering his legs, not his pants.
Oh, well, then I want your legs.
They're nice legs.
If somebody wants the DEM, just open trade with me, and you can put the shard in the bank.
Gold. Does Lynn need?
Probably for Ospec. Give them to Lynn then. I mean, Lynn, I think you're the only one who wants them. We're just gonna shard them otherwise.
I rolled a 79.
I don't think Lynn wants to shard them though. I think he wants them for an Ospec.
No, just messing with them.
I know what you're thinking. But Tempest is merely a setback. Competence. Did you honestly believe I would trust you? Turn your world blind. Night elf down. Enjoy your
Have to step
Invite
on the traps
dog
if you can help it.
in 12 seconds, not 10.
Pretty bold of you.
It's alright, who's the boss now? Not me.
Answer.
Mona.
Mona Lisa?
Alright, Abed.
Tony definitely wasn't the boss.
It's not how the joke is.
The kennels house the master's hunting pack. He keeps the beasts starved for flesh. Put an end to the hound master's cruelty, so we can advance to the lower levels of the castle.
I can smell your fear. Margot, to me.
Smells your fear.
Correct.
I want those on my priest.
Who's got the the CC on the dog? Or spirit?
Everybody that can.
No mage.
We've got Hibernate, we've got Paralyze, we've got maybe Repent, we've got Fear, Hex,
Hex works.
Freezing Traps.
All you have to do is not dot it or hit it.
Yep, just don't break it. We've got several people that can CC it.
Just not me.
I mean, technically,
Imprison might work. Might not, I'm not sure. So anyone with a pet, basically just stay focused on the huntsman the whole time. Actually, pretty much everybody can stay focused on the huntsman the whole time. When we have the dog separated, just make sure that the little shade gets healed up coming out of it. If you get a red circle around you, you want to like about 3 or 4 other people in that circle with you to soak it. If you get a red arrow on you, try to move a little so they're not clustered in one area, so you're not going to get hit by more than one, but try not to move more than you have to, so that you don't give everybody else a chance to get between the arrow shots so nobody gets hit. It's not supposed to.
Does Shadow Priest have anything they could use to soak the lunge?
Yes, they could disperse. 75% damage reduction. It's not an immunity, but it'll greatly reduce the damage if they have to.
I was just thinking, like, if anybody, like the hunters and I guess maybe Shadow Priest could get used to just soaking it by themselves, that was going to help us in heroic.
Yeah.
Just it's something if we could practice now, you know.
If you get picked for that and your cooldown is up, go ahead and try. Just call it out that you're gonna soak, or that you're gonna use a cooldown so that you don't need people to step in it with you.
It's just on heroic, it's going to put a dot on it, so having less people take that, you know.
Is it physical?
And the second one's out. Everybody make sure do not dot the shade of Barghast. Don't touch it at all until we call to switch. And then when we call, when it's got enough stacks from being CC'd, we'll call to switch.
Anything over 20 is the call, right?
Yeah, 19, 20 is perfect. We'll call it out when it gets there, though. In the last phase, if you get a brown circle around you, just drop it at the edge of the room, because the puddles that it leaves are permanent, and we want to try to keep the center mostly clear.
When do we
Is
want
that
to do hero?
Last dog.
Okay.
Who's tanking the dogs when they're separate?
When they're separated, me.
Okay. Are you going to be dragging it back and forth or no?
I'll move it away from the shade each time it comes up, but I'll try not to get too far away from the group either.
No, I was just wondering if you were going to be dragging it back and forth, like in and out before it's all, just to get cleave damage, but it's not
no,
a big deal or
not.
normal, no.
I love how long they stay distracted.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The hunt begins.
Good job, Cracker.
Right? Apparently that was not a good enough trick.
Have enough bows for everyone.
Well, you probably only hit one of them, so the other one bitch slapped you. Tricks doesn't take effect until you actually hit both of them. Like,
Get out of my circle.
Isn't that the one we were supposed to soak?
he had a cooldown for it.
Oh.
Has your name.
It was just hard to hear you.
Nothing escapes my sight. Margot, make them bleed. I have enough bows for everyone. Margot, make them bleed. Your death will not be as quick. This Vargas, come! I have enough bows for everyone.
You can all stay focused on the main one.
Vargas!
Heal the little gnome.
Move
Shades
the
up.
boss. Thank you.
Need to get my health up, guys.
Escapes my sight. Nothing escapes my
Next little soul.
This boat has your name on it. Nothing.
Swap and kill the ad. Let's get a long stun on it. Shade of Vargas. That one over there.
Vargas! Rend their souls. Ah! Nothing escapes my sight. This bow killed my favorite. Acutus, here, now. I have enough bows for everyone.
Swap and kill the ad in the back.
Shut up,
Move out circles. And let's hero.
everyone. Acutus, shut up, Shut up,
Tracker, get out.
Russia! No! This boat has your name on it. I have enough boats for everyone. Nothing escapes my sight.
Good job, guys.
Buttery.
The Alpha.
But
No.
Not your kind of buttery.
We have no other plate users. Oh, you have one.
It's a cool neck there, unemployed. Very nice.
Fitting into that wretch.
intense.
The passage is down here, mortals.
The way ahead.
What boss are we
fraught
doing next?
with danger, but we must reach those
Hungry
anima
Destroyer.
stores.
How do we do these rats again?
Ignore them and run away. I'm kidding.
Target someone.
Well, we have lots of disease dispels. Right, everybody come out of the tunnel.
Here, the largest of its kind I have seen.
The beast seeks to sate its endless hunger upon the stores of anima below. Dispatch this creature before it grows even stronger.
If you need to go switch a clock, we can summon you back. Just like Deathgate.
Matt, stop running away from me.
I'll jump back after this ball. If you need a quick pee break, take it now.
Nam, are you still here? Alright, so group 1 is going to be with me on the square. Group 2 is going to be roughly the star. Group 3 is all the moon is all the priests. And the circle is the other ranged in group 4. The groups aren't set in stone, but what we want to do is have at least several people at each of those markers. And we'll start out in your assigned spot, but based on who gets picked for the white swirly debuff, you may have 2 people in the same group, so one of you will have to go to a different group that doesn't have the white swirly. So ideally we want one of the white swirlies at each of the ground markers up by the boss, and you don't want to be standing between the markers, because if you get picked for the laser beam, that's the safe space for those people to stand. They'll move left outside of their group into the space between the clusters of people, and then move back to the group after the laser beam goes off. It's a tiny little blue arrow on your head for the ability, and it may help to change in Deadly Boss Mod so it makes a different sound. It's called Volatile Ejection, I think. So the people that have the white swirlies can't be healed, and the only way to keep those people alive is having other people in the swirly with them, so that they pull health from the other people, and that's the only way that that person can be healed. So we always need at least several people in each of the swirlies, and we'll try to spread them out between the 4 groups, because we'll probably have 4 of them. And he does an ability called Consume, where it pulls everybody in. You want to run all the way back here towards the X. This will be the safe spot. We want to get really far away. Right after that, we want to get back to our spots pretty quickly. If you see one group, is getting kind of sparse because 2 or 3 people got picked for the puddles and spread out, try to just shift to another group if needed. Basically, we just want at least a few people at each of the markers at all times, so there's always somebody to cuddle for. And there's one other ability that puts a big circle around everyone. It's a darker, like, purple circle, and the size of the circle is different based on your missing health. So if your circle's really big, take a health stone or a health pot, or self-heal. It will help shrink your circle a little bit, but for that you want to make sure that you're not in anybody else's circle, so everybody kind of fans out and then groups back up right afterwards.
Circles can overlap, right? You just don't want to be touching inside someone else's circle?
Yes, just like quaking, your circle can overlap with someone else's circle as long as your character is not in someone else's circle, and their character is not in yours.
You'll also get a little yellow circle around your character at the start of the fight. Make sure that circle's not touching somebody else's circle.
Yep. You can get more cookies if you need them. And when he does consume, there's a warlock gate out if you need it. But for the most part, we're all going to be stacked up and helping soak the swirlies. And if you get picked for the blue arrow, you just move in between the groups so that the beam that shoots you doesn't hit the whole group of people that are stacked up.
Anyone here?
5, 4,
Right away.
3, 2, 3, 2, 1.
Good job with the beams there, guys. It's definitely a little crowded because you were both on the same side.
All three were on the same side.
2, 1.
And only the 3 that were picked got hit.
Spread out.
Move back up. Beam's coming up again soon.
3, 2, 1.
Circle, split out.
Spread out the swirlies a little.
There you go.
3, 2, 1.
Spread out.
Healers, mana tides up.
Run away. You can eat if you need it.
2.
Help soak the people that still have the white swirlies on them. Give them some health. Get back in position. Beams are coming up.
Beam on me, don't soak me.
3, 2, 1.
Spread out.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
Spread.
Three, two, one.
Run away. Keep soaking those swirlies. Watch the beams.
3, 2, 1.
Spread out.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.
Well done, guys.
No one died!
That was really good. And that was Nam's first time seeing the fight. Yep. What? The
Crazed worker.
random little worker.
Buddy, you picked a bad day to show up to work.
Oh, they came in from upstairs. Somebody apparently hit him upstairs from from something?
Oh god.
What the hell? It's like we pulled the whole group from up in the previous the Darkbane's room.
Okay.
Not sure how.
Yeah, that's magical.
Somebody's spell effect went through the roof, apparently. I don't even know. But
Holy.
Yeah,
Wait, I think it
somebody's
was
TD.
dog.
Somebody's Twilight Devastation went off.
Grats.
Grats on your loot.
Epic people, epic.
Cloth belt up for roll. Versatility.
I'll take it. 2.
You're not
That's the point.
Nice.
Nice. That's gonna be a great taking piece.
Oof. You know, dogs. There's only 2 male wearers in this group, so it's not like Squiddens has really much of a competition. If Art doesn't want it,
wears
the
male.
Squid.
Oh, meant plate.
Oh, like I meant plate.
Sure.
The little red circles that you'll see occasionally on these trash pulls, that's what happens in the boss fight. And as a ranged, you always want to keep an eye out for them, because someone has to be standing in them to soak. We can't you don't need more than one person, because it puts a dot on the person that does it, but one has to be in each circle. There's usually like 2 of them that come up at a time. And if they're not soaked, they AoE the whole raid.
So standard red dot.
Yeah, so those red swirlies like way at the back that Can is jumping in.
Unless there's somebody else standing in it, and then don't.
Yep. If someone else is already there, you're good, but always keep an eye out for those when they're spawning. Some of them can end up kind of far away from where we're fighting the boss, so mostly ranged get to handle that one. We'll get the ones that are close to the boss, but most of them tend to spawn kind of farther away.
Beds, remember, we don't want to cross the beams tonight.
Okay, if any of the clothies missed, there is a belt that's up for roll.
And if y'all don't roll, it's going to the tank.
So this red circle that you see right now on dogs, during the boss fight, that circle is going to spawn an ad, and we want the person who gets that marker to go to the X marker on the ground, which I will throw up shortly. And then you'll see little red orbs spawning, usually in the middle of this room.
It just happened.
There'll be 3 of them, kind of in a triangle shape usually. And then there will be 3 people that get marked with lines. So the red orbs are up. There's only 2 right now, but on the boss fight there's 3. The people that get the lines have to move so that they make the line go through the little red orbs.
I got picked for both mechanics, so I was rooted with the link on me.
Anybody?
I got to watch the lines happen.
Yeah. So the orbs that come up, there will be 3 of them, and then there will be 3 people that get marked. When it picks you to mark you, it knocks you back a little ways, so you'll know for sure if you get picked. But you all want to go to different orbs, and you don't want to be standing near the orb. You want to be behind it a ways, because later in the fight, if you stand between the 3 orbs, you'll take a ton of damage. And later in the fight, the orbs will have laser beams rotating around while you're trying to match the lines up. All you have to do is make sure that each of the 3 orbs has one line going through it. So each person goes to a different orb. You don't want to be right touching it, just back a little ways. You can be back as far as you need to, depending on where it's safe to stand. But if you get picked for that, you basically want to be as quick as possible about getting it lined up so that they go away. It's another mechanic that does huge amount of raid damage if we mess up.
Definitely using Krager as an example here. Don't stand this close to the orb. Don't stand this close to the orbs. Back up. Give it some space.
Krager's the orb. You don't want to be hugging the orb. You can be way back here, where I'm at, and still line your beam up with the orb to cut through it, basically.
Okay. So someone will get rooted and it'll spawn an ad, and then stand
like
in spots and then
I
line
mean,
of orbs.
Order of the fight.
the first part of the fight, whoever gets the circle for the ad
The
is
ad
going to
is
run
going to
up.
be right here, where
You're
the
going to be able
crosshair
to
is.
move for the first part of the fight.
Okay.
Later in the fight, the tanks will have to come to you because that person will be rooted. But it's the most of the fight you'll be bringing the ad up to the X marker, and you'll drop it there. The tanks will pick it up. We all switch and kill the ad. We'll tank her fairly close, but just off to the side of that X.
Melee get picked. There's a gateway to get out to the back for the orbs later.
Oh, you get sent flying back anyway.
You get punted.
Yeah.
It's just to help get to the back of the room.
Canna, you get to watch the containers on the right side, the orange and the green, and Sent gets to watch containers on the left side, the blue and the star.
Third phase, we don't want to stand inside the triangle of the orbs, right?
Correct. Especially near the end. You want to avoid going near the orbs or standing between them for most of the fight, but at the end it will definitely kill you if you are running around between them. So, like, picture where the orbs come up as a triangle of not good. Just don't.
View it as a triangle of death.
And Bermuda Triangle.
Death triangle. Don't be inside the triangle. Make your triangle outside the other triangle.
The only dangerous if you're linked, or is it dangerous to everyone?
There's a
Everyone.
spinning beam inside of it later in the fight.
It's dangerous to everyone. It's a death triangle to everyone.
Later in the fight, it does damage if you're standing between them, and then even later than that, there's a laser rotating out of each of the red balls that you're trying to line the lines up with. So you may have to be much farther away to get the right angle and not get hit by the lasers. It's definitely something you probably won't really know how to handle until you see it happen. But we've got our most people have seen the fight before and know what to do. So if you get the ad, bring it to the X. Last phase will come to you if you get rooted. Keep an eye out for the little red circles to soak. Clock DC'd.
When are we heroing on this fight?
When it gets to the fourth container. When she starts lighting up this one.
Question, does she take any more damage from that?
No, not that I know of. But that's when the DPS race starts. Before that point, your DPS isn't time, like, we'll pretty much always make the DPS check to push her from thing to thing based on her health and not time. But when we get to the last one, when she starts channeling on this one, we have until it fills up to kill her or we die. So if you have cooldowns that you use early in the fight and we're on the third canister and you've got, a cooldown coming back up, save it for the fourth canister. We want everything you got on that fourth canister, which is when she hits 25% health. Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Puddles to soak. Balls are up, so people with the lines shortly. Good job.
Three, two, one.
Ad coming up. Get to the X. Swap to the ad. Balls up again. Good job.
Three, two, one.
Add again. Come to the X. Balls again. Gonna move her away from this puddle a bit.
Soak.
Soak again.
So that spike of damage was someone missing one.
That means me. I went to go soak the other ones and didn't realize I was in one.
Soak and they're gonna bounce.
2, 1.
What container are we on?
Third.
Okay.
It just switched to third.
Balls are up. Bring the ad deck. Thank you. Good hustle. Puddles. Balls again. Alright, soon the person that gets marked for the ad won't be able to move, so try not to be in the center of the room where the ads, where the balls spawn.
Last container start.
Hero.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, careful when you're running through there. And careful not to stand in a puddle next to it either.
I need to line up better. Go back, Art. Go back further.
You only have to make the beam cross one of the beams. Pick one, make it cross them. Burn the boss to worry about the ad.
Good job, guys.
Nice ring.
With a socket.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 of the rings. That's what I was hoping for, and I got nothing.
Cute.
I couldn't move because there was a beam right there.
I had to bubble in order to get the beam to line up because there was a puddle right under behind it where I needed to be.
Yeah.
When you
Who's-
back up like farther to the left or farther to the right, you only have to get one of the beams either to your left or to your right to cross through the orb. You don't have to be hugging it.
Also, think about it like Tree Queen. I mean, you could be as far behind the pillar as you want, but you still break LOS. I mean, if you can be as far behind the orbs you want to be, the line's still going to go through it.
That was the first time I'd done this fight and I'd had an issue with it.
The Stoneborn were permitted to use such routes to see to our master's demands.
Pat with the 90.
I have the same ring up for roll but is without a socket. So
So top gets socket, second highest.
Yeah.
Repair if you need it.
Who, me? Who was second highest?
Looks like
but I don't
Cracker.
need it. I was just rolling to roll because I wanted to be part of the fun.
So
I'm
then
wearing the exact same ring.
Lochi.
Yep. The title has a 78.
Lochi's
Oh, wait.
got an 80.
Yes, 80, sorry. Yeah, when there's a lot of people rolling, don't roll just to roll. That makes it confusing.
Okay.
So who won the second ring?
OG.
Ah, okay.
Lociana. Lokiana.
The demon hunter that isn't Dre.
If you can't pronounce it, Loki is fine.
Haha.
Oh, she's tricky.
Dun dun dun.
She
Well, the
totally is.
horns look like Loki's helmet, which is why I came up with the name.
Gotcha.
Back through the first boss's room, Anita.
Straight south. You just went the wrong way down the hallway, out of the boss's room there.
Just be careful with that.
Seriously, Seth? Again?
A second one?
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Did somebody win that belt earlier? I totally forgot to give it to him because I'm slow.
People even realized we were rolling back then.
We haven't had any BOEs yet. That's crap.
I've got
Hey,
two.
that's on the quest item, Danny.
And got them both.
What's that quest item do? Do you guys know?
No.
What quest item?
I didn't roll. I have something.
Give me some anima. 35
Dog
anima.
Oh, dogs.
Did you get another VOE?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was AFK, I just got back.
Or someone else was like, we haven't gotten any BOEs. I'm like, yeah, we got 2. Sent got both of them.
I think we've had 3 BOEs, but I got 2 of them.
2 that I noticed.
$20,000 heals a second. I love it.
Mets, I think they're healing checkers.
He must have thrown out his big 12-minute cooldown.
Yeah, I thought I'd use it for a change.
It's good to hit it when you got it. It's a lot of healing.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it?
I mean, it's renew for a few seconds plus 2 stacks of what's that? Permanent for everyone in the whole raid. That's a pretty healing right there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is it new that he's huge? Because I don't
Didn't
remember
notice.
him being so big before.
That's crap. I hit him with my stun and he disappeared out of it.
I don't think you can stun him.
My stun graphic showed up.
Might have just been damage. I don't know. Okay, don't let the volley go off. I really need to change it so like Flare, Hunter's Mark, and then Vendetta actually work on the assassin.
And just
Well,
AoE to bring him back.
Everything. They drop dots.
That's true too. I get really annoyed by that part.
It's just super wasted. Like,
I didn't consider that part. I knew it took away all my bleeds. I never considered Bone Spike.
because you don't get phones by
That makes it even worse.
it's really stupid. Oh, it didn't drop, it just kind of disappeared. So,
Appalling. Our people starve outside the castle walls. Yet these loyalists indulge their avarice.
As they dance and feast, the jailer amasses an army to destroy the Shadowlands. The fools
Is there a mirror around here to open so we can get back to here?
Many valuable weapons adorn these halls.
I think if we go down the right first.
Yeah, I thought we had to go to the right first, too.
Ask Danny. She was having trouble with mirrors earlier.
Oh my god, it's just weird angle.
That door looks like it could be a door, but it's not.
It is a door, it just doesn't go anywhere or open.
That door's just it's an imposter.
It's an imposter.
Fighting has drawn the guards away.
That door is sus.
Sire Nathrius' private collection, gathered over eons from across the Shadowlands. Yet, how do I test their authenticity?
The heck did you just get? A squeaky bat?
What? You never noticed the squeaky bats? There's bunches of them.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they're all over.
So, your feet for blue seed. Don't just explode.
Hey, I forgot, what did this anima attunement thing do?
So, blue seeds explode at your feet.
So
I thought
we
you
were
said-
talking about squeaky bats, and I thought that was something to do with squeaky bats, not an actual mechanic that was apparently.
HP again.
You said watch your feet. Don't forget the blue things. Don't like something. Don't just
Probably an
explode.
achievement title. I'm not really sure.
You have to like return them to a hole, to a thing or something.
Ah,
Alright, wheelchair coming back.
I like how.
These brokers are a greedy
Oh.
lot. Do not
Coulda
let
waited.
such potent weapons fall
Yeah, I
into
didn't
their
think about
hands.
We're summoning. Bit of a run for the wheelchair.
Danny was talking about
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
I got confused between two different things going on at once, apparently.
Well, we're talking about nonsense. I can point out the dangerous mechanic. But you know.
I
Not
heard
sure why you
say
summoned me, but I went ahead and took it.
don't just explode, and that
Thank you for
confused
the
me.
summon.
Like, what does that mean? They don't just explode.
There's something poetic about that sentence. Unemployed prepares a surprisingly palatable feast.
It's made out of ramen.
It's ramen with a hot pocket cut open and dumped on top to call it spaghetti.
That should have been like the flavor text or something.
It's ramen, but you can eat it.
It's really just ramen.
Do you want me to use a personal flask?
Spirit ramen.
Let's see. Timer. We could probably do another cauldron. It depends how much time we've got left. Clock, you're still here for another hour?
Yep.
We'll drop another one then. Thanks for the food.
I swore I ate and I don't have a food buff. What the fuck? I guess I just clicked on dogs or something.
Don't click on me.
I'll click on you, and you'll love it.
I'll click on you too.
Ask first. Consent.
No, I will pet without consent.
Boop.
Okay. The most important part about this this fight, Nam, is people get marked with an ability called Dimensional Tear. It picks 2 people at a time, and what we want to do is we're going to tank the boss over here where I'm jumping. We want to have one of the Dimensional Tears standing close to melee over here, and the other one needs to go all the way across the room. So whoever's going to be quicker about getting across the room, if it picks one of the range that's already a little closer, basically when the debuff expires on those two people, it spawns a portal at their feet. And then we use those portals to avoid a bunch of the mechanics during the fight. So for the first, until he's 40%, we always want one portal in melee, or like next to melee, close, and one portal really far away. When the first half of the fight, there's going to be some little ghosts that come out and fixate people. And what you want to do is, the ghosts spawn, run to whichever portal you're closer to, step in the portal. And if I go in the portal at Moon, I'm going to come out at Square instantly. So I'm instantly going to teleport across the room. And then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to let the ghosts run closer to me, and before they get to me, step back in the portal, teleport across the room. So you're kind of just portal hopping until the ads go away. They're little green elementals. If they hit you, it mind controls you, and then we have to try to break you out. So it's best if you can run away, but that only happens in the first half of the fight. The second phase, there's still flasks up if anybody doesn't have one. And I think most people have had a chance to grab them, so grab a second one till they're gone. Second phase of the fight, there's going to be these big blue seeds that spawn, and I'm going to make Krager do the one that spawns in melee. Canna is going to do the one at green, and Unemployed is going to do the one at circle. And Scent is a backup. So you're going to grab the seed from melee,
To make sure that's what I heard.
take it through the portal and get it out, and then get to safety.
Yep.
So Nam, you shouldn't have to worry about the seeds, but you will have to worry about when the seeds explode. We're going to dump all the seeds at this corner of the room, like way over here. So once the seeds get these big blue circles around them, they're going to cover 3/4 of this whole room. So you're going to want to be kind of where we're at now, maybe a little closer to this corner here. Try not to be up in the corner where that skull marker is, because that's a backup spot for the tanks when we need to get away from the raid. And then in the third phase, there's a big sword that spawns in the center that pulls you towards the center. And you don't want to get caught by that, so what we're going to do is drop the portals. One's going to get dropped right up against the wall here at the star marker, one's going to get dropped at the moon. And we're all going to be pulled towards the center, and what we're going to do is we're going to fight the boss right here. We're going to fight the pull, and we're going to go into one portal, and then we'll teleport to the next one. And then it'll pull us into the next portal, and just kind of do this silly little loop. So first part, run away from the elementals, use the portals to get away from them. Second part, just stay away from the big blue seeds and come up in like kind of where I'm at now once the seeds are exploding so that you don't get hit by the explosion. And the third part, try not to get pulled into the center of the room, and we're dropping in between these portals here. The people that get picked to drop the portals will change throughout the fight, so we'll call out when we need it to drop close. But whoever ends up closer to the boss drops one in melee, the other person drops one as far away as possible. And when he hits 40%, that's when we start dropping both portals really close.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of information, but it'll make more sense when you see it. And there are, one other little thing to watch out for is some white laser beams that spawn next to people and shoot out. Just, it'll be kind of like the boss in Mists of Tyrannus Life, where you jump in the traps to go up in the air. It's like those white lines that you have to sidestep. And those will be going on throughout the whole thing.
That's the boss on the other side, right?
Yes. My bad. I said the wrong dungeon. But you're right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, when do you want hero?
Last phase, I guess? Portal's coming up. Whoever gets picked, drop one close and one really far.
Let us see if the legends of this relic are true.
Beware.
Watch the lasers.
Run away, little girl.
Destruction is guaranteed.
No.
MC.
Oh, I thought I clicked the thing just in time, but apparently not.
Beat up the people to MC. You just step on it, you don't have to click it.
Okay, that makes a difference.
The warp beckons.
One portal close, one far. Unemployed, go far. Really far.
Really
Get it as far away as you can.
Beware.
You want to try to get it all the way to the square if you can next time.
Infinite armies are mine to command.
Ghost's coming out soon.
Break out the MCs. Oh, just beat him up.
Got him.
Anticipation to use this relic is killing me. Though it will more likely kill you.
The hustle dogs. Portals again. One close, one far. Unplay, go far.
Seeds coming up.
You cannot bargain with
I'll go grab the one that Unemployed was gonna get. Get back towards
Get
mid.
out of the middle of the room.
Beware.
I had the portal and I had to go back through the portal again.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Well, no, because I dropped the portal, went through the portal, had to come back
Yep.
for the seat. It was just like,
destruction is guaranteed.
One more round of seeds.
Destruction is guaranteed.
You're in charge of taking the seed, don't forget about it.
Die together.
Let's get the portals close this time. Right to the moon. From now on, all the portals will be close.
I hope this wondrous item is as lethal as it looks.
After the first pull, we'll do hero.
is
Portals close again.
Rain gonna do roar so we can try to not have to use the portal?
Yep.
Run away, little girl.
Hero.
Beware.
Watch lasers.
Destruction is guaranteed. The warp beckons.
Stay close with the circle. A little bit closer. Yep,
Good.
that's good.
What's the blue circle over there?
I'm assuming it has to do with the achievement. I'm not really sure.
Never noticed it. It was like, oh.
Yeah, we don't normally have it.
Guaranteed.
Run away, little girl.
Beware.
That sucked.
Bad timing on those ladies.
I accidentally interrupted my own convoke.
Oh no.
The warp beckons. You cannot bargain with death.
Beware.
Watch lasers.
This exchange
Running just to avoid mechanic.
their value. Consider our business concluded. For now.
Good job, guys.
I died after the boss did, supposedly.
Hey, nice.
You got a bag.
Sexy
So do I.
bags. 32.
You get a bag.
It's kind of annoying that it is a 32 slot, not a 34 slot. Awesome.
And the bag can't be traded either. Apparently.
Lame sauce.
Oh wait, it's the same size as what I already had. What's the point?
Right? See, that's the annoying thing. It's like it should be a 34 to make it worthwhile. Congrats on weapons, people.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Jan, if you don't need those bracers.
I do.
And if
They're already on.
Loser, Gregor.
That's right. The biggest loser.
Who's next?
Sun King.
Your mom.
She already happened.
Krager's is not a loser. He's just a rogue.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it's because it's
What's the difference?
the difference is not all rogues are losers.
Just because you play pool in other people's pockets.
Doesn't everybody?
I usually play pickup sticks.
This mirror should prove useful for helping you move throughout the castle, mortals.
Gotta go around the traps instead of face first into them.
But that's the best way.
Come jump off the balcony.
I'm going through the portal. I need to sell some crap.
You never have your bag full.
I never do. It's weird.
So weird.
I think it's because they keep making me carry this animal in the bag.
That's disappointing.
I know. I hate that so much. Like, why did they think that's a smart thing? Where are we going? Are we going up? Or are we going down?
They decided we didn't have enough bag space used up, so, you know,
Why are you carrying it around?
because that's where you keep your animal.
I just hand it in.
No. You keep all of it in your bag.
Is it really worth it? I mean, really?
Also, you know, I've got an animal
I don't get why they have so many different looking anima stuff. Like,
yeah.
Because it's totally
Why-
different animal. Oh my gosh.
They needed to keep interns busy.
And the worst part about it is, like, they all pretty much are the same. Like,
same thing, but don't stack.
5 or something.
How they're different is when they have different values.
And 250. There's totally differences there, so you need to have at least 15 of each.
He fuels
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I currently see. 4 animas that are 25 and they can't stack, or 35 but they can't stack. Good.
Right?
You will be the first to burn. Wrath is your most potent.
I've got some other random crap tonight, but I don't care about.
It will serve
Always have
us.
that.
I need to clear out my bank.
This one's pride and arrogance are legendary. Come, let us.
My bank was full when I quit playing the game, and I quit at the start of MOP and didn't touch it in BFA. So everything in there is pretty much useless.
I just got the inside out pet. I have emotion.
I'm sorry.
It just wants me to get in touch with my feminine side.
Or your Daft Punk side.
Renithal's traitors! Gods, stop them!
Apparently we're
Is
starting
it
the
this
fight.
box?
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going.
I was still outside of the room. I'm lucky I made it in.
Unemployed's dead. Is that on purpose?
No.
We're going with it.
Who needs mana anyway?
I'm guessing we just started a boss fight. Just yell at me what I need to do.
See the pedestals that I was putting markers on? You can go and click those every so often to heal the guy in the center.
You also have off
Do we, where's unemployed?
He died. He's like not in here.
Oh, he's not in here. Oh no.
You need to go get food or something.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that the dead.
Yeah, I was gonna have dogs switch specs too. To make this faster.
Boo.
Do we, hero?
Additional guards
He has
are en
wings?
route.
I gave them. There we
Ensure
go.
that the dead.
and never let them return to town.
Use pedestals again.
Now, how did he die if he wasn't even in here with us?
Yeah.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do
Didn't
not
hear that
allow
at
them
all.
to interfere.
Lost, maybe?
No, he went to get food, I know, but he's not even in room with us,
Yeah.
so...
There might have been
Got
something that hit him.
lost and ran into other mobs.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
Let's just wipe it up so he can get in here. I think we'll need another healer for this anyway. Because we've already got 2 mostly empty.
Here, how do we die faster?
Be joking.
I mean, you could keep sitting repeatedly.
Ensure that the deaths are swift.
It's one way to die faster.
Stop
We're just
healing!
too good.
I'm food buff!
You must be joking.
Additional guards are en route.
And I was trying to go this whole raid without dying.
I mean, technically it's not your fault.
He's just doing what the cool kids are doing.
There we go.
None of the other ones are my fault. It's not my
I
fault
can't
that they put
dance to death.
He just.
I
you know,
just
fell
pop
through.
the seed so I won't die.
Joking.
Should we release?
Yes, apparently.
There is actually a way to get back.
No, don't release. I say I pop the seed so I don't die.
I'm not releasing.
I didn't release.
It looks like a lot of people did, other than Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, where'd we go? Up or down?
Up.
To the night.
Up is Sun King, down is Council.
Cannabis and I both have our food buff still. I don't know what happened to you guys.
up toward the sun.
Loki down?
Weird question. Can you summon in the middle of a fight?
No.
No.
You can't accept summon in combat.
I didn't think so.
So
Why are you
Nam,
asking?
main
Just
objective
curious.
of this fight is all about the healers healing Kael'thas in the center up on that pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
The DPS and anybody with off heals can help occasionally by you can toss heals at them occasionally, but you won't get very many out. DPS can go click the little pedestals, and you'll channel for a little bit. Puts a dot on you. You won't be able to channel again for a while, but it gives some of your health to him as healing. So most of the time we're all just killing ads, and healers are doing their thing. But anytime you can contribute healing by clicking on the pedestals, it's a good thing. Should we do this with more than 4 healers?
I mean, we have 4 priests that are DPS that can throw some off heals.
You can flat out switch to healing, but whichever you guys want.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people can change. I'm just thinking, like, the more we have one more switch, we can go a little faster, I think.
Yeah, I think you usually do more DPS than me.
We'll see how it goes with 4.
Okay.
There's specific thresholds where the phase changes, and we have to fight a shade. And when that happens, a new ad spawns that we have to fight. You want to make sure you're never in front of it, and the whole group is going to stack behind. And there's going to be a meteor that shows up on one person. That person needs to stay in the group. The biggest thing is don't run away if you get picked for the big red circle. You basically want the whole raid stacked in that, except the tank that's facing him away from the group. There's also little Phoenix ads that follow people during that phase, which can be slowed. Just 2 tanks, all healers. It'd be over in like 30 seconds. Might be kind of hilarious. We just die on the intermission phase. So first part's just killing a bunch of ads. If you see one casting that you can interrupt it. There's specific mobs that spawn outside edges of the room over here, and they run towards the pedestals. And what they do is you want to kill those. Those are top priority whenever they're up, because they're going to negate some of the healing that we're doing. So whenever soul infusers are up, swap and kill those immediately. They just run towards the pedestals and start channeling, and we want to stop those as quickly as we can. The rest of the time is just killing ads and then stacking behind the boss, behind the shade with the group, and not running away with the meteor.
But I want to take a meteor to myself. It's my meteor.
Well, you will undoubtedly die.
Probably it's a meteor. So basically, if meteor's coming, stay in group.
During the intermission phase, so when he gets to 45% health, the guy that they're healing, it transitions. So we want to try to get him close to that and then push it over when we don't have a bunch of ads up. And then when he gets to 90, I believe it is the second transition.
Yes.
So at those points, you don't want to click on a pedestal if the healers are calling out that we're close to that, unless told to do so. First part, I mean, if you just go click a pedestal right away, anybody can click it. Only one person can click each one at a time.
think I
But
understand.
yep, when the intermission part is triggered, we want to try to have as few ads alive as possible so that everybody can just be clustered behind the shade, and the tank will basically kite around the room, kind of clockwise all the way around the room, because the meteor will drop, everybody has to split the damage, and then it'll leave a patch of fire on the ground, and then everybody has to get out of the fire and readjust. And during that phase 2, he occasionally stops and casts a big frontal cone, so you want to make sure that you're not standing in that. Mostly just stay together, heal the boss.
Danny, you need to watch the stream later, and you can see my sweet, sweet outfit that goes with the shirt. I just made it up for you.
Sweet. Or you can just show me after raid.
No, because I don't remember what I did.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Those traitors!
Anyone here?
Gods, stop them!
Shoot for the last 10%.
I don't know what that is.
When the second shade's up, probably.
Yep.
If you can throw off heals or click a pedestal, go for it.
Ensure that their deaths are
Just don't kick anybody else off the pedestal.
I need a target.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Is it 39?
He's too far away.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
42%.
Couple more ads coming
We
in.
can do whatever.
Another interruption from the castle guard.
43.
Just call out when you want us to.
The Hots will push it over.
Somebody take this
Alright,
guy in the back.
for it.
What?
Thank you.
Go ahead and push it.
45.
Yep, finish off the ads, and then group up behind the shade.
Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Infuser spawn. Stack, stack. Get out of the fight.
Finish off the infusers. Don't be in front of them. Sack up for that. Don't be alone. Gotta stay close to the group right behind him. Get men's back up, please. Someone too far away again.
Lynn.
I hit the wrong button.
We can get him up in 15. Good job. Whoever's standing really far away, get closer.
Just coming back in now. I just
Watch out in front of him.
Oh no.
And then repeat the first phase.
Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Using a mana bot. I'm down for 10.
Try not to stand in fire.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Click on pedestals again if you can.
Soul
Oh, this
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
My TV just shut off.
Additional guards are en route.
well, why did you
Ensure
say
that their
that?
deaths are swift. Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Blaster's coming in.
Too far away.
Feel my strength. Return.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
I can see it. One more round of soul infusers in 15.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Soul infusers are coming out in a few. Once the soul infusers are dead, we can push it.
Another interruption from the castle guard. Dispose of them.
Infusers are up.
He's too far away.
Go ahead and push it.
Guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths
Use pedestals if you can. 90.
Like 1,000 suns!
Stay grouped together and stay behind him.
Easy.
Hurry.
That was 9 stacks of the bleed.
I'm getting threat back after I tell it over and over again. I'm trying to make him move and he stops casting, and then you get threat back.
And I will help you find atonement.
Any male piece dropped tonight?
I haven't gotten anything.
Will your help allow me to claim vengeance?
You have so much to learn.
Take this soul away and aid him, accuser.
Leather gloves up for roll.
2 of them.
Versatility haste. 2 pairs.
I mean, it's a 3-item level upgrade, and if no one else needs it, why not?
Come, mortals. It is time to rid Revendreth of a haughty band of nobles that stand between us and Nathrius.
Oh, it's time for the flash mob.
Time to dance.
Another passage back
So
to the
run like a crazy
antechamber
person
lies
somewhere
this way.
random and just hope for the best. Sounds good to me. Sounds like my plan.
Yep, hide from the light. That's what you want.
You have done well so far, mortals.
Did you get your gloves, Crackers?
No, I did not. So whoever wants to throw one at me, throw them at me.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, I'm standing next to the square.
Does someone want mine for breaking?
For what, sharding? I can, yeah.
Yay, I have 2 pieces of the set now. Huzzah.
Either of the shamans can shard. And Anita and a few others probably. Any of them work.
You want this sharded, right?
Both for attending.
Yes.
The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows, you will have my attention.
Oh shit, I can't trade that to you, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, she's on another server.
Perhaps a way that you skewer a great stock.
He can't trade the shard.
Oh,
Lame. Working as intended.
Consider it a thank you payment for healing me.
Don't do that much healing.
No. Idol does like no healing. He's definitely not the top top healer chart.
I don't think I've ever seen that at all. More quest item.
Oof.
Let my health drop to 50. There we go.
I was gonna say this dude's getting annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, bio break sounds like a good plan.
Yep. Take a quick 5-minute break.
We'll do that.
We got this one last week, right?
Yep.
I think one got sharded.
Huh? Which boss has sent you? I told her that's your solid.
Nam, are you here?
Yeah.
I think you're the only one that hasn't seen this fight before.
I was watching a video while I was like, people are still going to the bathroom. So I started watching a video.
Cool. Basically, there's not much point DPSing the off targets because they heal to full when we kill one. We're killing the one called Niklaus first, and then Stavros, and then the caster chick.
Okay.
Really important that the caster chick is always interrupted, though. So if you see her casting and you get a chance to throw an interrupt at her, great. Mostly Kreger, then Rain, then Danny for interrupts, and Title's a backup, and Dre and Kisa also backup whenever you get a chance.
I'm
All
being
right.
tickled by a tiny person. Who am I kicking? What?
The caster chick.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kick. You can get the first, and go from there. Basically, most of the melee interrupt whenever possible because we can't let her volley cast go off.
If she casts pile on her, got it.
But all of our DPS is going to be focused on the Niklaus first.
And they respawn HP, so don't be an idiot and try to spread around like some people who are idiots, namely me.
You could throw Rupture on the other ones, but don't auto attack, mutilate, and waste your DPS on the opposite targets.
Yep, don't mutilate people. It's bad for
Yep.
you.
So when the first one gets to 50%, they're going to run away and go up on the stage, and there will be a big yellow spotlight on this dance floor somewhere, and that spotlight is your spot specifically, and you have to get there quickly. So if it's across the room, click the Warlock gate. You have 8 seconds to get into your spot, and it'll light up one of these little diamonds, and each person will have a different spot marked for them. So the one that you see lit up is only your spot. And when they're doing the dance, you run over to your spot, and then they're going to call out directions. They're going to say, like, prance forward, and you're going to go 1 square forward. Just moving your character 1 square forward, back, left, or right. And it does 4 directions, like 4 steps for us to do, and then we go back to the fight.
Every time a boss hits 50%?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 times.
Yep.
50 and so 5 times, except for the last one. So I gotta do this.
Oh, it's 15%, not 50?
50.
Oh, I thought.
I thought they did the dance whenever one of them died too.
I think it's only when they hit 50, but I don't remember.
No, it's only when they hit 50. Otherwise, we'd have to do
Yeah.
it 6 times.
The aura resets when they hit 50, when we do the dance, and when one of them dies. So the longer the fight takes, the worse the healing gets on the whole group because we're constantly taking ticking damage. There's going to be a little ad that spawns while we're killing the first guy, and it's going to make him immune to damage, so everybody needs to swap to the ad when the ad comes out. You have to stay in the dance floor the whole time. Like, you don't want to be outside, you'll get bumped away. There's one other major ability that'll be going on, and it's called Dark Recital. People will get picked. Sometimes it's 1 pair of 2 people, sometimes it's 2 pairs where it's 4 people. But whoever gets picked for Dark Recital is going to be linked to another player, and you're going to spawn void zones under your feet. You have to keep moving, but the farther you are from the person you're linked to, the more damage you're going to take just from the link. So you want to run out of the group, away from people, but you also want to get closer to the person that you're linked to if you can, but not step in each other's puddles. So if you could run out as a pair together, side by side, so that you're relatively close but not stepping in the puddles, that's good.
3-legged race style.
Most importantly, keep moving when you have Dark Recital. If you can get closer to the person you're linked to, great. But it's more important that you're not stepping in the puddles that you're trailing behind. Later on in the fight, there'll be some dancers that spawn, and you just want to stay several squares away from the twirly dancers. The other mechanics will still be going on at the same time. They aren't super hard to avoid. Mostly just run out for Dark Recital with your partner, keep moving so you keep dropping puddles not on each other, and one of the bosses does a lunge attack on the tank, so you want to make sure that you're always standing off to the side of the bosses we'll have them all stacked up so that you're never right behind the tank or right in front of the tank. Everybody wants to be kind of off to the side because he does a big charge. He jumps behind the tank and then dashes through. It goes like 20 yards or so. So interrupt the caster chick, but all focus is on Niklaus first. I think that's most of the important bits for her.
Gotta throw 4 bottles of wine in Castle Nathria. Get yourselves an achievement.
Do y'all hear that song? No. Okay.
5.
My music's
4. 3.
Oh. I got my Stewart.
1.
You were not on the guest list!
Beware.
Ad coming out, swap to the skull. Dark Recital starting.
Beware.
My bad. The 2 people that needed the kick were the ones with the dark recital.
Yeah.
I tried to kick. I was a hair too far away.
Same.
Beware.
Ad coming up again. Oh, dance starting. Find your spots.
Beware.
And then just move 1 square.
Turn and face the stage to make it easier.
Sashay left! Prompts forward! Boogie down!
You failed.
Shimmy right! Stop this nonsense! You have disgraced this gathering long enough!
Ad's still up.
4. 3. 2. 1.
Beware.
Everyone, find your partner!
People with marks, move.
Beware.
4. 3. 2. 1.
Beware.
That's up.
Everyone on the skull. Dark Recital again.
Don't just stand still, you gotta run.
Who next?
Stavros.
Beware.
Dark Recital again.
Beware.
Sorry, whichever shaman that is. That kind of.
That's alright.
That's probably me, but it was fine. You guys, like, all 4 of
Watch
you
the
got
dancers. Just don't get too close to them. Spread out for the circles.
Beware.
There's a clear section of floor.
Beware.
Oh no. Okay, B-Res Jen?
We probably got too many down.
Don't we hero here anyway?
Yeah.
Can we usually pull him away from those dudes? If we pull him to the other side, doesn't he get away from all the dances?
Yeah, I did pull them away, and I died for it. That's why they came back.
Yeah, no, I had to.
I pulled them away, and they did the large.
Rip.
But we had several people dead already at that point.
Yeah, no, I was part of. I was one of the casualties of that.
Damn.
Don't get in the circle, just die.
I think if you run off the floor, they kill you.
If you just run around, you'll get a wrong move thing and it'll hurt you.
Stacking up wrong moves.
I just kept legging out.
Your steps were simple.
Kill me.
3, 2, 1.
Until you believe.
Beware.
I'm still alive. I purposely ran the wrong directions. There we go.
I think it's the closer mirror. Yes.
Yep, prepare and closer mirror.
If you have a spare flask, now is the time to use it.
Also, this time too, everybody stay back a little ways so that we can get them a little farther back, so we're closer to the center. Definitely had people follow us all the way up to melee and start attacking, and makes them kind of awkward to pick up. And get in the right spot so they don't dash through a bunch of people. During the dance phase too, if you're able to self-heal, go for it. Save the healer some mana, use a cookie, top yourselves off when there's really nothing else going on.
You shouldn't take damage during that phase.
I mean, if it starts and you're not at full health, just toss yourself a healer or something.
Are we dropping a feast or use personal food?
I'll drop a feast.
You know, just use personal.
Gluttonous hedonism.
By the way, I keep Frida targeted for interrupt, so call out when the first one dies and I'll pop hero.
Will do.
Give me like 30 seconds.
I could use some haste buff on my ring, I guess. That would probably be a smart thing.
I could use a first one. Fair.
Okay, I get it too.
Does anybody have a weapon that's not enchanted?
So I need a type /DBM.
I'm where it says this boss and it says Dark Recital. It's got a check mark.
There should be a little drop down menu. Thanks, Fair. I'm trying to find it.
Don't go.
It's got the dance macabre. It's got a dark drop down menu, but
Yeah, so
Dark
there's
Recital doesn't.
it should be under personal announces. There's a little square. It's the second from the bottom, right above Welts from Blood. Shows special warning to move for Dark Recital. There's a checkbox and there's a little drop down menu. And you can change the sound in the little drop down.
Accommodating host, but you simply will not die. Time to throw all pretense aside
I'm under
and just
Council of Blood,
Mhm.
enable boss mods, and then it says show
Scroll
warnings.
scroll down to the section that says
Hello.
personal announces.
Okay, I see it now. All right, I wasn't there.
And that's just specifically if it targets you, personal announces, and then dark recital. You can change it so it makes a different sound than all the other abilities going off.
I personally like the Wilhelm scream. It points out the pain is coming.
That a way little girl works too.
That's good too.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
It's anything that gives
So,
you you need to run.
when all the dancers come down, we don't have to worry about DPS then, just get the hell out of the way until they go back up?
Priority is not get hit by them. Second priority is keep DPS going.
Yep. Live and then get back to DPS. We'll try to move them, but when we're moving them, it's going to be kind of sketchy just because of the dash going through the tanks. So if you need to step back for a few seconds till we reposition, so be it, but just avoid them and then get back into position once we've moved them.
Good luck, everybody.
Good, thank you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How dare you invade my party in such dreadful attire!
Beware.
Heads up.
Everyone, find your partners!
Beware. Beware.
Ad's coming up. Everybody on the skull.
Kind of.
Beware. Attention! Set formation for the
Get starting.
Beware.
Prance forward! Boogie down! Shimmy right! Boogie down! Stop this nonsense!
How?
You have disgraced this gathering long enough!
He didn't boogie down.
Find your partners! Or
Ah, alright. Move. Oh,
Yucky mess.
4,
fair.
2,
That's my bad.
1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ad coming up.
Beware.
Dark recital. Careful running that around the tanks. Please don't.
You, you read someone in
Hero.
the mirror?
Beware.
Dark recital again. All DPS should be on Stavros. But keep up those interrupts.
Beware.
Spread out.
I was that other way, and then they immediately like zoomed into me.
Beware.
I need to get closer. I'm not afraid.
Beware.
It's too far away.
Beware.
Dance starting soon.
Everyone, take your position.
Beware.
Time for the dance.
It's gonna be a bad time to res meds.
Yes, it is.
Shimmy right.
Bad time.
Sashay left. Boogie down.
Bart.
Forward. Your steps
Hey, we
seem
kept you up.
delicious. Pity you have to die now.
4, 3,
Beware.
2, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark recital.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
I need to get closer.
Beware.
Moving backwards.
Beware. 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 Beware.
And last one.
Get unemployed and Farendeer up. We got 2 reses.
Beware.
Spread out.
Not a bad time for a health stone.
Dear guests, invite
Dance time. On your spots.
Beware.
for the dance macabre. Prance forward. Shimmy right.
The pet's trying to get to them.
Sashay left.
Yep.
How?
Shimmy right.
You only go one.
Enough. Your gyrations sicken me.
I think you're missing something important on this fight, Unemployed.
The center is where you start at to the next diamond, like the next diamond over, whatever direction they're saying. One diamond.
Watch the stream later of the fight. You can watch me do it. It's not that hard. Just don't watch the improvement
Robert Krager messed it up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Maybe watch that and then watch the record roll.
Yeah.
What to do and what not to do.
Were you not getting in the big spotlight when the dance started? Maybe? 'Cause that big spotlight that comes up is your spotlight alone.
Fucking Santa hats, man.
I can't trade those.
It saves me how far some of my people
That's my
have
legendary
fallen.
but I can't trade those.
But I can trade this necklace.
Crit Mastery neck up.
they're an upgrade for you, you can't trade them. Is your legendary only a 190 right now?
Yeah.
Well, you can equip them and trade them later, or if you ever put a different Lego on, you'll have something to go in that slot.
But if I equip them, they're untradeable.
But if you get something at 200 later, you can trade something else at 200 later because you
Oh,
equipped them.
yes, got it.
Got Loki with the highest?
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so we'll be done for here tonight. But Friday, clock's gotta go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Friday we will start with Sludgefish, and then Stone Legion, and then Denathrius. So everybody come back on Friday, and we'll knock out the last 3. If you can watch some videos to check those fights out, that would be appreciated.
My lumbering friend here will happily oblige.
Except that Craig. They should not come back.
Nobody disturb Master.
I'll take it, Set.
Okay, last call before I get that belt sharded.
No, I want it for my priest.
Okay.
Why would you shard a BO? Oh, that's
It's
a.
not a
Never mind.
BOE.
Never mind, it's not
No,
a
that's
BOE.
a tough one of the other one. And one of the BOAs went to Jen because it was actually better stats and higher item level for her. So
Everyone that's here tonight can come on Friday. Eventually Friday will be a smaller group for Heroic, but we'll get there when we get there. Everyone did really good tonight, so everybody can come back on Friday.
Yay!
Go team.